Hello, welcome back to One Awesome Autistic. This is kind of like monthly update time on the life of me, essentially. March has been a bit crazy, but a lot of happy things, which is good. April has got a lot coming up, so I'm filming this today on a Sunday, which is quite early for me, but there's a couple of reasons why. Firstly, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I actually can't talk very well because my glands have swollen somewhat. The gums on this side of my mouth have swollen, and I feel like I've got something stuck in the back of my throat because it feels a bit swollen. So I can't talk very well. I've just had to go kind of like brush my teeth, because brushing with my toothbrush around the gum and that seems to just relieve it temporarily, so it's not as bad, so I can actually talk for long enough. If I'm coming down with something, then I may be too sick in the next few days to get anything filmed, or if I can't talk, I can at least still edit the video and get it done. Yes, I did not want to get dressed today either because of feeling rubbish, so I am in my super oversized snuddy. I've wanted one of these for ages, and I bought this a couple of months back. I treated myself for my birthday money. This is just from Primark, and it's actually a men's one, because the men's one was like £10 cheaper than the women's ones, and the women's ones were all like pink and stuff, which is not very me. This one has pizza all over it, which is more me. So I'm in that huge oversized snuddy, staying warm because it is freezing cold at the minute. But on to the good news. So I had a fabulous weekend last weekend, which is probably one of the reasons why I'm run down, because my best friend Laura got married and I was one of the maids of honour at the wedding. Had a brilliant time and just was like, it was just fab to see Laura married after, it's been like a 2-year engagement, but they've been together for 6 years, so they've been together for a little bit longer than what I've actually known Laura, I believe. Laura's been in one of my previous videos as well. I may post a little video about that at some point if I get round to it, because I filmed some stuff so that I could do a video just sort of like for Laura, but I might do sort of like a different edited version for this channel, we'll see. But I was fully glammed, makeup was done, hair was done, contacts in, dress and heels. And another bit of good news is that payment for my PIP went in, so my regular payments will be starting up soon, so that chunk of money is just like a big sigh of relief for me, because now I don't have to sort of like worry as much about how much I'm spending on food and heating. Food and heating is a big deal for me because I have lots of food intolerances, so if I am really skint for money, I can't just go out and buy cheap food, because a lot of it has stuff in it that I can't eat that's going to make me severely ill. It's a choice between eating something that's going to make me ill or not eating at all if I haven't got the money. And obviously if I haven't got any money, then I can't heat my home as well, which is ridiculously expensive to heat. So at the moment, even though it's been cold, the heater is going on in one room overnight, and that's it. That's all I could afford. But I've got a little bit more leeway now that I've got that big chunk of money. Obviously, got to be careful with it still, because it won't last forever, and I could still, very easily go through all of that money. But with my regular payments of PIP, then hopefully now I'll be sort of like breaking even quite easily, and maybe have a little bit of money left over, which will be nice for a change, because I haven't had that for a few years. I did treat myself to a couple of things out of that money. So I treated myself to like an Android tablet. I also treated myself to a monthly Patreon as well for my favourite podcast, which is called Prosecutors Podcast. It's a true crime podcast, obviously. I'm a massive true crime fan. So treating myself to that, because that's only like a couple of quid a month. But it means as well, they do like this thing called Get Vocal every month, where you can actually talk to them. Like, the people that, like, for me, these are my celebrities. Like, these are the people that I look up to and I fangirl over. So to actually get the opportunity to talk to these people as well is just going to be a huge deal for me, because like I said, I'm a massive true crime fan. Another piece of good news is I've given myself a kick up the butt with 2 different things. So first thing is I've started working on my own true crime podcast. Finally started researching, I've picked a name for my podcast. I've got like the plan and everything. So this week I'm researching my first case, so I'm very excited about that. Second thing I'm giving myself a kick up the bum about is getting this house tidied, because those 2 bedrooms obviously still have a lot of mould in. They're definitely being caused by damp, but if I can clean away the mould, it will give me a temporary fix, because now we're coming into like summer and stuff, we're going to have less rain and everything. That mould, hopefully, fingers crossed, won't come back until next winter time. So hopefully we'll get a good few months where I can actually use my house a bit more, which will make it easier with doing the podcast. It'll make it easier with starting up my self-employment on eBay as well. So I'm going to be very busy over the next month. My support worker comes every other week, so my plan is the next time that she comes is I'm going to have a huge spring clean of the house. That's going to be like a good couple of hours. I don't care if I crash afterwards. I've got the time to crash afterwards. That's fine. So I can do that. So, like I said, there's been a lot going on, and there's a lot about to go on as well. So I'm going to be super busy this week. I'm actually going to go to the library for the first time in years. Oh, also, another bit of happy news. This is one of those circumstances where I push through all my negative feelings, and yes, it then affects me afterwards, and I will have meltdowns and burnouts, but it's worth it for me. I am going to London with my mum in June. We booked this a couple of weeks ago because we're going to watch Soccer Aid again. We went last year. We had a brilliant time in Manchester. This time it's in London. I absolutely love London. It's at the London Stadium, so this is the area that was like built for the Olympics and stuff. So it's going to be, I've never been to this area of London, been to loads but not this one. So we've got hotel booked, I've got my train tickets paid for, and all that has kind of come out of like the previous bit of savings that I had. So I'm very, very excited for that in June as well. I did also get an appointment for my heart monitor. That is on the 11th of April. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to film that day and show like what it's like getting the heart monitor fitted. I'm going to wear that for 24 hours, and then fingers crossed I'll get some answers about my heart as well. And then I've got an appointment with the mental health team coming up as well, and hopefully soon I will get that referral to neurology. So lots happening. It's all very crazy. I'm just hoping that I manage to regulate myself and that I don't sort of like burn out, because I can very easily hit the ground running and go crazy and dive right into stuff and not realise until it's too late that I'm effed, to be honest, without swearing. So that's it, that's everything that's been going on in the past month, all the kind of like craziness. Most of this has happened in the past 2 weeks. Oh, I did as well, slight little thing, got a better deal on my internet as well, because my internet was messing up. So I'm the same provider, but it's going to be cheaper, and I'm going to be getting fibre. So hopefully that will make my life easier as well. You can probably tell my ADHD is kicking in. Whenever I'm quite manic like this and I'm like talking fast, I'm quite animated and stuff, and I'm a bit all over the place. This is when my ADHD is kind of kicking in, and it's usually when I've been like sat sort of like quite quietly for a period of time, just like listening to my podcast and like playing games or whatever. I then like just gotta get it all out as quick as I can, so I'll go a bit manic and a bit like this. That's now you know why when you see me like this in videos. But I'm definitely gonna go this time. That is it from me this week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.